Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Me, Myself, and My Vinyl. Here to make a video. Well, it's a follow-up video to my last one in which I kind of had told you about the state of my record collecting obsession, whatever you want to call it, had gotten out of control, and I was looking for help. I was looking for advice on, how to get back on track. It had come to the point where I wasn't enjoying it anymore. Because of just a bunch of different things. Now, if you want to go check that out, uh, it's really the last video I posted back right before Thanksgiving in November. So here we are. We're in the new year. It is 2024. We're second week of January. So I've had about 6 weeks to kind of work on it, and I'll tell you what happened. Well, first of all, that last video I got over 4,000 views, which is not typical of my videos. I'm sure they were not all VC related, but I got over 100 comments, giving me some advice, giving me some words of wisdom, giving me some encouragement. So I'm going to share some of that with you here. So let's do that first. Okay. The outpouring was great. Support was great. And that's why I love the VC. You guys are very supportive. I do think sometimes we get away from being a community in that sense, because we got different people with different kind of mindsets, different personalities. It's just like anything else. It can get a little bit ununified, if you will. But I really felt the love, and I thank you for that. So one thing that most people said was stop buying. Stop buying records. Okay, pretty much I've stopped buying. I think I've purchased maybe 2 or 3 records this year. Well, since November, so I've kind of stopped buying, which has been a big help, and it was easier because well, don't drink and browse, right? Stop doing that, so that made it easier. But stop buying. So number one, check. Stop buying records. That was number one. Number two was get organized, and there's different ways of getting organized, but I've kind of gotten to that point. Took everything out of the mailers that were in there. I had a ton of mailers. I had stuff that hadn't been processed. So I've gotten to the point where at least can walk in my room here. Number three was, there was some other advice like, put them in boxes, put them in storage. Those U-Haul boxes that people suggested, the small U-Haul boxes, for those of you that don't live outside the U.S., U-Haul is like a storage and shipping. You can rent trucks to move on your own. They have boxes for sale, and those small boxes fit perfectly. Another thing is try selling your duplicates, selling some stuff you don't listen to. So I've kind of gotten into that where I'm finding all my duplicates, and I have quite a few of those, different pressings, but I do have duplicate records. So I'm trying to compare the ones that I want. Typically the OGs are going to stay. The reissues, unless they sound better, or the OGs just wreck to shit, I'm probably going to get rid of. Some people said hang on to what you have. You may not have time for it now. Don't get rid of it, because you may regret it in the future, where you may have time. I said I do have kids. They're 10 and 8. They do they do take up a lot of time at their extracurricular activities and stuff like that. I was coaching my son's football team at the time. Now they're in basketball because it's basketball season, and they'll be in baseball here shortly. So anyway, I am going to get rid of some stuff, but I did definitely take that to heart. Then thought about how to get rid of some of the stuff, bringing it to your record shop. Well, I'm not going to get what I want to ask, what I'm going to ask for, because of what they have to go through. They have to process stuff. They have to pay somebody to go through it. They have to label and inventory it, and then put it out in the shop, and then it's going to sit there. So they're not going to give me what I want for it, right? It's only worth things are only worth what people are willing to pay for, right? And then you know, trying to, there was another big thing that I'm forgetting. Oh, record shows. I've been looking. I live in north side of Atlanta. I can't find anything like a true record show. There's maybe one or two a year here, and I've always wanted to go. I've never gone as a buyer or a seller, but you know, there's like two a year, and I think the first one's in like May, so it's kind of far off. I don't know if there's something I can do before then. I'm thinking about literally just loading them up in my wagon. We have I got like a little pull behind wagon, and just loading up some and taking it down to the local farmers market that we do, and just walking around and seeing if I can sell stuff there. I don't know, but that part I haven't seen. I watched online auction. I know Whatnot is kind of an option, but I don't know how much they take in fees, and there's a whole shipping thing involved in that. I know the Waxed does it on YouTube, and I watched one of his auctions. There's a little bit of a time delay, but I don't know. Maybe that's something I can figure out too. But I don't know. I'm just grateful for all the responses and all the advice, and you know, the encouragement, really. Because I was getting to the point where I was ready to just not get rid of all of it, but rid of a good chunk of it. And while I've been going through this process, I've been listening to a lot of music too, which has kind of like re-engaged me into the hobby. It's been nice. So as I've been getting organized and processing, I've been listening, which is really what I need to be doing anyway. All right. So I'm going to turn it around here now. This is a work in progress. So I'm making progress. It's still not going to be where I want it to be, but it's a far cry from where I was. And I'm actually, like I said, I've re-engaged with my record collection, which probably is, the first thing that needed to happen, right? So let's take a look and see what's going on. And, maybe there's some other advice that people can give me or whatever. So, all right, let's take a look. All right, so if you remember, there's my floor. You can see my floor. Before you couldn't even see my floor. Okay, there's my records. There's my my setup. But if you remember over here, there's a smaller shelf. It's still not, like I said, I haven't gotten rid of all the clutter, but this is just like packaging materials that I've been using, and as I've been doing it, I've wanted to read this book. I bought it 3 years ago. I still haven't read it. But if you remember, there was all kinds of mailers and stuff just stacked up on here. Half of that clutter is now gone. I still have clutter, but like I said, it's a work in progress. I had my chair. My chair had all kinds of records on it. Okay. I couldn't even sit down because there was records here. Now there's still records here. Okay. But this is about a third of what there was before. And behind my chair, okay, this is just all right, this is another U-Haul box right here. And then that is, just a bin cover that I need to get put up. So yes, there's still some stuff here that I need to look at. There's Johnny Cash and, Talking Heads. And then over here, they were just stacks. Well, now they're stacks, but they're in boxes, right? I have a couple over here that I'm still trying to label and get their pressings and whatnot. But everything in these bins, okay? So this bin right here, this is like all my Vinyl Me Please and stuff like that. Vinyl Me Please and MoFi stuff in here. Okay, and then these boxes, I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all stuff that I'm processing. I have either, sorry for the shoddy camera work, but I'm either got doubles or I'm processing it, and I need to either sell it or keep it. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Let's just dig into one real quick. All right. This has duplicates and some other pressings that may or may not need to stay. Hiroshi Yoshimura, green. Light in the Attic. There, I have a couple different presses of that. There, I have 2 of these that are unopened. I actually have multiple. That is Cotton Jones. That's a great record. Grant Green's in Nigeria. There's another one of those. The Postal Service. Alice in Chains, Rainier Fog. This is a 2023. This came out on their website. They reissued it. Now there's, I believe it's out on, they call it a Rainier Fog edition. It's like a gray silver swirl. So I have doubles of these. Tracy Chapman. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. It's an OG. Just because, I don't know. The Mofro, I have doubles of those, and then I get into some Japanese stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff in there that, like I said, I either have doubles of, or, it's just, either have doubles of, or stuff that I may want to keep or may want to get rid of, depending on how I feel about it. I'm going to listen to it again. We'll see. One thing that I definitely kind of hit on earlier is, don't drink and browse, because I don't know. I'm an idiot. So those things have happened late at night, when I'm in here by myself, but I did find some multiples here. And this is going to kind of give you an idea where my collection was at. So I have multiple copies of Miles Davis Kind of Blue QR. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, I'm an idiot, right? I have 4 copies of that. Well, to be honest, there's 2 33 RPMs and there's 2 45 RPMs, right? 33 came out first. I bought those. I think what ended up happening is that when they were coming out, we were still going through this, craze of, I guess I had FOMO, right? I can admit that. So I purchased from 2 different sellers and they both went through, like, thinking that maybe I wasn't going to get one. And same thing happened when the 45 came out. So I have 4 copies of the same record, which, if you think about it, was it 125 or 150? So 120, we'll call it 125 for the 45, so that's 300, or 250, and then 100 for it. So I got like almost 450 in just one record. So yeah, I got to get rid of some stuff. Like I said, I'm an idiot, but I'm happy about my records again. Like I said, this is a work in progress, but moving forward, right? Moving forwards, and now it just becomes like the fun part, right? I can start listening to my records. I feel good about it again. I don't feel like it's a lost cause anymore. So again, I want to thank you all for the encouragement, the advice, and this isn't over, right? I'm going to continue to kind of document what's going on. And, I don't make as many videos as I used to, but I do plan on making more, hopefully, in the future. Maybe once every 2 weeks, or maybe once, every 3 weeks or something like that. But I will let you know and update you with this and see how things are progressing. All right. So part 2, there will be a part 3, and I'll see you soon. All right. Thanks. Bye.